So, what does it look like? What does it feel like to live as I am and drop the character? Because I've noticed that under my videos, most of the comments, the vast majority of comments, are coming still from the character. So you guys always refer as yourself, as the character. And definitely, as long as you define yourself as this human character, you will experience the suffering, the struggle, and even pain sometimes of being this character. Because that's what characters do. They experience the 3D experience in a tough way, so to speak. And the only way to alleviate that pain, that suffering, that struggle, and even create an amazing life, which is the life that you are looking for, no matter what it is that you want to manifest, is to detach from this character, is to stop defining yourself as the character. So, in order to do this, maybe there are some things that you still don't fully grasp. And this is why I'm making this video today, to help you to grasp those things that you may not be understanding fully until now. So you, as I am, you are awareness in which all experiences happen. You are the dreamer dreaming the dream of life, which means that as the dreamer, you are dreaming up the character. The character is part of the illusion, part of the dream. It is part of the manifestation. And this is why I keep repeating that the character, the human character, doesn't manifest anything, because whatever is already part of the manifestation can't manifest anything. Creation is finished, and anything that is part of creation doesn't manifest anything. So the character, which is part of creation, because creation is finished, part of the dream, can't manifest anything, because as I am, you are dreaming up this character. And the struggle starts when you are addressing the problem from the character's perspective. For example, when I have clients who come to me with chronic pain, and they would tell me, I have tried everything. I've tried everything. I've tried all the drugs. I've tried all the natural remedies. I've tried everything, meditation, you name it. I've tried everything to remove that body pain, but it is still here. It is still a chronic pain that I can't remove, that I can't get rid of. And the thing is that whatever you've tried so far, you have tried from the character perspective. And at the very base, as the character, if you already identify as being this character who has had this long-term chronic pain, it's part of the identity of the character or part of the character's identification. And this is why no matter what you try, as long as the character says, well, this is who I am, I have had this chronic pain forever, as long as I can remember, or 4 years or whatever, it is now a strong assumption that is part of your identity as the character, then that pain is still there and will be there as long as you still identify as the character who have had such a story. But what happens when I have clients who come to me with this problem or any other problems? But for a change, I'm using physical pain because we are always using SP or money examples. You can apply whatever your story is to what I'm saying now. And today I decided to use chronic pain, right? So basically, when my clients understand that the best way and really the only way to get rid of this chronic pain forever is to realize that the part of you that has the chronic pain, it's this dreamed up character. That is the character who has the chronic pain, the body pain, not I am. I am is perfect. I am is painless. It is the character within the dream that feels that pain. So when you remove yourself from the belief, from the identification of being this character, and you become the observer, instead of pushing the pain away, you just become the observer of this human character who has this pain, this chronic pain. And instead of pushing it away, instead of denying it, you actually accept the fact that, okay, I feel this pain as the character. The character, which is even better, feels that body pain, that chronic pain. But as I am observing the whole thing. I am dreaming up the whole thing. And as you become the observer, accepting the fact that, yes, as a human character, you may experience all types of things, including chronic pain. But as I am, you choose to observe this story, to accept that it's been your story for the longest time, and to accept to feel it through the character. So through the character, you accept that the character feels that body pain, that chronic pain. But as you become the observer of the whole thing, you drop the character. You drop the pain. You drop the story of the pain. And this is how, is as simple as that, guys. This is how you detach from the whole thing, and soon enough, the pain, the chronic disease, whatever other story you have, disappears. It all vanishes. And then you come back to me and you say, wow, after weeks and months and sometimes years of having felt that bad, I am pain free. And the reason this is possible, it's not because it's magic, it's because who you truly are is awareness, and you are all things. And this is why, yes, pain may exist, because if it exists in your awareness, you may, as this human body, as this human character, experience such a pain. But when you do the reverse travel, so to speak, you realize that, oh, but by the way, I am not this human character, because this human character is within the container of awareness. I am just this human character contained within awareness. And as awareness, I can choose to drop the experience where my body feels chronic pain and to be that body, that character, where that pain is gone. In my last video, I used the example of the sky. If you see a blue sky, spotless blue sky, but you can also maybe another day observe a very dark, stormy sky. The dark clouds that are forming within that sky and creating maybe the worst storm ever. That doesn't disturb the sky. at any point. Why? Because the sky doesn't move. The sky is unmovable, unshakable, unchangeable. It doesn't matter what appears within the sky, like little cotton white or dark, threatening clouds and lightning and thunder and whatever can happen over there. None of those things are disturbing the sky, but they do exist within the sky. So while they do exist within the sky, they don't disturb the sky. It's the same thing with you, your character, and your little problems. While they exist within awareness, and because of your story, because of your assumptions, because of your beliefs, because of focusing on whatever it is, you created that experience within awareness. Awareness itself is unmoved by it and doesn't own it. It's just something that appears within awareness. But as long as you decide to not be attached to it, to not create a story that this belongs to you, that this is you, you drop it. That's how you drop the character and her or his story altogether and go back to the source. Go back to where you are, which is that sky without any clouds in it, that clear blue sky, who you truly are. I am awareness, this faceless, formless, infinite power that you are. And this is how you detach very simply and easily from this human character and whatever story or struggle or pain you have attached to it. Now, let's say a doubt. A doubt comes by. What is a doubt? Well, it's a little cloud, right, in the sky of awareness. There's that little doubt coming by. Does that doubt affect I am? Can that doubt affect awareness? Of course not. No more than a little cloud or a big cloud, who cares, can affect the sky. Does that make sense? Now, let's say you start saying, but it's been a long time. I've been waiting and I'm not seeing anything. Who is waiting? Is I am waiting? Is awareness waiting? No. Now, yes, waiting is part of creation. Creation is finished, and there is something called waiting. So that does exist. And when you experience waiting, it's when you choose to focus on that thing that is called waiting. So I am is allowing you as the character to experience waiting. But it's because you chose to focus on it. You chose to identify your human character with waiting. So that whole story you created around waiting was just a choice to focus on that experience. But if you drop that experience, you drop the character who is identifying herself with that experience, and you come back to your true self, your true nature, then you realize there's no waiting. It was all made up. You created that story. You made up that story. But you don't have to dwell there. And this is how, by practicing this kind of exercise, very simple inner experience type exercise, that you will learn to detach more and more from the character. By the way, very soon I am going to have a course, a very specific course to help you to once and for all drop this human character, drop the story, and really transform your life like you have never done before. And you will never have again questions that have to do with this human character within the dream, when you can really let that all go while you still live your life, of course. You still live your life through this human experience. But when you learn and know how to drop the character and their story, your life becomes really, really different and even magical, really. So I hope this was helpful. I will let you know definitely once my course is ready. And thank you for watching. Please like the video, subscribe if you have not yet, comment, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.